Now today we're going to build Skull Splitter and the Hellraiser hellbat. Now, I don't know much about zombies, but I do know from watching films that the easiest way to kill one is to take one of these and... But that's not always practical, is it? Primary, super cool backup. Isn't she beautiful? Check out the build.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
So step one is very simple. You take your flat strap, you put it into a vise. We're just going to wipe it down, and then we're just going to have an angle grinder pass over it 5 or 6 times. You don't want to dig in with the angle grinder too much, which will just ruin the piece of metal. So we flipped it over, makeshift little bracket to hold it into place along with the vise on the other end. So we're going to crack on now and go all the way to the top on that side. If I was to put this in a clamp or plastic or whatever it is, layers, did you see that? All you have to do is just look at the cut. Absolutely insane. So this is a piece of bamboo. That's in the bamboo. So that is pretty sharp now, guys. And you can see the line that's formed. What I've done is mask the actual cutting edge. We're going to spray it in some kind of high temperature spray, which we have here. We're going to do light coats, and it might take a few goes, so we're going to do 1/2 first, all the way up to the buckle here. So guys, so that was the zombie skull splitter. How about we build the Hellraiser hellbat? Check this out. Hope you're enjoying the video. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to smash that like button, and I'll show you how to build this thing. So here we go, guys. This is the Hellraiser hellbat. Now the idea of this came from this thing over here. So we were out at a family outing. We went to some castle in England, if you're watching somewhere else, and I saw these weapons that the people in the castle used to have, very primitive. When you look at zombie weapons, that you can see there's so many videos on YouTube and so many articles online. The most primitive ones, to me, they're my favourite. So now that we're done with this, we're going to start work on our hellbat. So this is a normal wooden bat. I picked this up years ago. I'm going to strip this down after we've pre-drilled the holes. We're going to be using these. These are solid cast iron anti-decorative metal studs. So these are going to go into there. It's not sharp, it's a thread on the end. So we're going to mark it off. So what I've done here, we've got about 6 of them. None of them point directly opposite each other. So that's very important because you don't want the wood to split
when you swing the bat.
So we're going to start building this. Enjoy. The hole that we've drilled here only goes in about 2-3 mil. Now we're going to switch to the smaller bit and give the actual stud something to bite into. holes are drilled. That's a wooden one, that's a metal stud. So now what we're going to do is remove the masking tape. A small piece of sandpaper, scratch this up. So there we go, our bat is dangling. Now the only thing left to do before we spray paint it is to put a bit of masking tape around the collar so we don't get it on the handle. This is industrial grade matte black. Short strokes, always best. I just had to put a bit more masking tape on due to the wind. In the second half, what we're going to concentrate, screwing these bad boys in, using a bit of epoxy to make it super secure. So once it's hardened, you know, these things are going to be super good, and we'll see how well the bat performs. So it's been a while since I've worked on this. As you can see, where we drilled all the holes before, the points are all there, the whole thing is dried. This thing now has an industrial grade black matte spray paint, looking good. We'll give it another final coat once everything is done, because then we can have all the cast iron studs the same colour. A two-part epoxy to set it in there to make it a little bit stronger. So let's crack open this. Don't have to do any mixing. I've just destroyed all the instructions. I'm going to squeeze this into it a little bit. The annoying thing is this stuff does not have a proper cap. Well, we could just put that in. That should be sufficient enough to do a couple of studs. A little stick. So we mix. I used this specifically because it was small and it was handy. So we put a dab of it directly over the hole. Maybe a little bit on the surface area. We don't want too much. So then all we're going to do is take one of these, the studs. I'm just going to tip this in there as well, so there's a little bit in there. And somewhere under this pile of glue is the epoxy. Because we drilled the holes only about 1/2 mil bigger than they need to be, I want to be able to put this right up and close. So as we get a little bit closer, I want to just tap the edge corners. Probably should have done that before. So then what you want to do is quickly clean it up. Clean it up, we're going to use this small screwdriver. Take it around the edges of the bat. So now what we're doing is we've got these crossbow arrows, and we're going to be taking these out, these steel arrows out, and just pulling them apart. So we got these very sharp spear point tips. We're going to fit these into the bat. Unfortunately, it's a two-parter. I really do hope you enjoyed this build. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. As you can see, she's had a bit of an uplift. There's a chain gone on. There's a fire starter that goes up at the bottom of the bat. Please hit that like button, help support my channel, and maybe even subscribe. Part 2 will be released hopefully by the end of next week, and we'll be testing it out by smashing all kinds of tech. We'll be testing this one and the skull splitter. Hopefully, I'll see you on the next video.